Let's talk about the Patriots here for a few minutes. I've never seen it like this, man. You can't sit here and say, you know, that Belichick's less than without Brady when, he won 11 games with Matt Castle. And it's just a total complete roster degrading.
Isn't that the
I
bigger
didn't see
issue?
coming.
Belichick,
Well, I mean,
GM.
Sure, the Belichick, the GM, is an issue, and part of that was last year having Mac Jones coached in a crucial season by two guys that shouldn't have coached him. But Bill O'Brien was supposed to fix that, and I just see a team that who are you afraid of when you play them? Unfortunately for them, the guy that you're afraid of is out in Matt Judon. That's the guy that you're afraid of. Who else are you afraid of? It's not Juju Smith-Schuster with a gimpy knee. It's not any of the young, speedy receivers that they have drafted and haven't really blossomed. The run game, that's the thing that stuns me. The run game. I mean, Mac Jones used to be in all these third and manageables. Now he's not. And that's what leads to a lot of these pick sixes. They can't run it. And now they can't stop you. And that has to do with injuries. I mean, Bill hit, let's be honest, you want to talk about his roster building. He hit on that kid from Oregon in the draft before he got hurt for the rest of the year. I mean, that and he worked the draft board masterfully, allowing the Steelers to take the offensive lineman that I think we all think the Jets are going to take. They keep saying that that's not who they were going to take. But, the first round of the draft, Bill handled that masterfully. But Mac Jones is just totally fallen apart. I have no idea how this happened. And part of that is the running game's falling apart. I mean, Zeke has done nothing. I thought he'd have affected a game at some point by this point, but not at all. I just got to feel that Bill's just going to have to figure it out at some point. Because he always does.
Well, in our final minute here on the radio, before we step aside briefly, not going to play Belichick, not enough time. But what he said after the game was, we have to
changes.
Go back and restart everything. Like, go back to the beginning. Except we're heading into week 6. And you can't tear it down mid-season. The roster hay is in the barn. And, Christian Gonzalez is out for the year, and Matt Judon looks to be out for the year. And without those two key pieces on defense and without anyone who can get open and with the blocking issues offensively, I don't know how you do that. And that is their dilemma.
It is.
And the thing is, Rich, if you look at week 1, one of my overreactions on the podcast was, hey, Bill O'Brien kind of fixed the offense. After 1 week, they looked really good. They moved the ball. They scored 20 points and had a chance to beat the Eagles. And since week 1, they've scored 30 points combined.
I don't know what the hell's happened. The run game has just disappeared. They cannot affect anything at the line of scrimmage. And if I'm Bill Belichick, and I'm in charge of the franchise, and maybe he wants to keep coaching there for a long time. You have no idea what's going on in his skull. Again, this is not the guy you would ever associate the word tank with. Caleb Williams would be a great way for him to go out on top. And my apologies to Mac Jones. But the Patriots are already a third of the way, almost, to getting what you have to do for Caleb Williams. And I can guarantee you Caleb Williams would want to play there, too. In the same way that I say, the whole Rick Dalton gif. Oh, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you play for the New England Patriots? My goodness.
You want to go out there with no playmakers? And Bill, I like Bill O'Brien, don't get me wrong. And obviously, Bill Belichick's got the skins of the wall. He's the greatest of all time in our final 30 seconds here.
Wherever you're going to go.
Williams and his dad are talking here.
Right, but wherever you're going to go, drafted first overall, you're probably not going to have too many weapons. Nobody's going to come up and trade from the playoff spot in the draft to go get him.
That's true.
So I'm just talking about places to play. I got you, and having a guy like Belichick maybe coach you before handing him off to somebody else.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.